All right, guys. I'm trying to fiddle around with some different camera angles here. Kind of got tired of looking at my double chin all day long. So, anyways, so I have a funny story that I want to get to before I go on to the song that was supposed to have been uploaded. But for some reason, like an idiot, I thought the moment you start uploading, that data gets sent. And apparently it doesn't, because when I deleted it off the iPad, all of a sudden, no song. But luckily it was there. So, minimal work on this one, and I'm going to get to another one, maybe even two more tonight. So I had a quick story though to share. So I told you guys in my last video that I had an audition and I completely bombed it. So today I get a call from my agent, and she said, "Hey, look, you got a message. They're not group chained because they don't want, other people to get a hold of other actors' information. So they're sent individually." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm listening." And so she sends it over, and it says, "Exciting news. We have a big opportunity for you, and we'll let you know more about it 7 to 10 business days from now." Now, I literally came this close to writing back, "Are you sure you got the right person?" Because the way I bombed that, unless you're looking for a crewman or something, like, okay, yeah, I mean, just to save face, I'll definitely do that. But I'm perplexed. I feel like I'm living in some kind of Twilight Zone right now that they would actually consider something for me. Like, I know it won't be the main protagonist, which is fine. I don't care if I was, the main protagonist or not. I have another script in the works right now that's really good so far. So, and I have to try to channel my inner Alejandro, and this is exactly why I picked this song, and I had picked it the other night. So I remember him saying, how he's self-taught. He was always really nervous to sing in front of people, and so he pushed himself. And anytime he was on stage, like, that just felt like home to him. I remember him saying that quite a few times. And I'm like, gosh, I should have found a way to channel that inner strength when something unexpected happens, because things aren't always going to, go according to plan. You're always going to get thrown for a curveball, but it's how you handle under pressure. I don't know if I'm the greatest under pressure. I remember a basketball game where there was like 5 seconds left, and we hadn't beat this team in like 10, 20 years, something ridiculous like that. And I actually stole the ball, and there was 5 seconds left, and instead of passing it to the wide open guy, like maybe 30 feet in front of me, I threw it up, and like, I think I completely missed the backboard, so not even close. So I'm like, God, am I really choking under pressure here? So I feel after tonight, that's going to change. I'm going to channel his inner ability to audition and push himself past that point of being comfortable and kill it. That's what I think I'm going to try to do. So, anyways, without further ado, here is the song that started it all for me.
All right. What's up?
What's up, homies?
Still the greatest intro ever. And I think next time I go to my next audition, I'm gonna use that if it's set up just right like this. I mean, they pretty much handed it to him on a tee. So,
How's everything going?
It's chill.
So tell us who you are, where you're from, your credentials, man.
My name's Alejandro.
Alejandro.
And I grew up just like every other kid, but I was homeschooled. Picked up music later in life. Started to play out in the street.
Really? So you talked.
one thing I wanted to say as well is, his likability comes from him just being so freaking humble. Here in Denver, we experienced that for a few years. We had Tim Tebow. If you guys are football fans at all, arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks in college. But in the NFL, his throwing motion was just too wanky. But like, such a likable person and personality, just because he really practiced what he preached, and he kind of still does. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard anything bad about him. And the same with Alejandro. I mean, he just seems like, if there's one person who deserves it, it's him. Just because of his humbleness. And, it blew my mind at the end when Katy Perry tells him, you're my idol. And I know throughout that kind of dialogue there, he was just talking about, you know, there's so much talent and so many great singers that he almost is putting himself outside of that group when clearly he was in that group by far.
Taught yourself how to sing? I mean, how did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Self-taught the whole thing?
It's the whole thing, yeah.
Wow.
I was always been like super nervous about singing, so I played out in the street and push myself. I played piano too, and
Wow.
yeah, and it's been pretty cool.
Loving it.
Yeah, man.
What are you gonna play for us?
It's an original I wrote. It's called Out Loud.
Out loud.
Yeah, it's about how I really didn't tell the truth when I was younger, and later on in life, it took me a while to really speak the truth.
Very good.
Hold me closer to your fantasy. I can try to be the one you love and need. I'm feeling you sort of like a burden. I feel it in my heart. Are you letting go of me now? I see the words across her face now.
Of course, it doesn't take a genius to, when he's doing this, you know, how he's like every 3 notes, just, you know, making it sound like he's adding his own percussion through the guitar. That is just, yeah, I've said it many times on here that, you know, an electric guitar, you put some fancy pickups and you could do a lot of things, but on an acoustic, yeah, I mean, you really have to push down on those strings. You really have to hit those notes, and playing that as beautifully as he does and then singing magnificently. I mean, it's just, yeah, it still floors my mind, or boggles my mind every time I watch him play this.
Saving my last breath for you. Broken hearts molded to prove. Ooh, oh, it's hard to breathe in, breathe out now. Ooh, oh, it's hard to say the truth out loud. I see the words across her face now. Saving my last breath for you. Broken hearts molded to prove. Yeah. Ooh, oh, it's hard to breathe in, breathe out now. Ooh, oh, it's hard to say the truth out loud. Out loud now, yeah, out.
Right at 2:06 when the camera pans to them. I mean, it doesn't take a body linguist to figure out what's going on, but you know, there's certain factors, like people say, if you're crossing your arms like this, you're self-comforting because it's something that you don't understand or something unexpected. Same thing when you're playing with your hands or not making eye contact and looking away. Each and every one of them are doing that. They're just like in complete awe, and they're all comforting mechanisms because they're just like, what in the world? I mean, right then and there, they're like, okay, we're not going to have you in this competition. You're just going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and sign you, and yeah, let that be that. It's just funny though when you see them. It's, yeah, hilarious.
Out loud now, yeah, out loud now, yeah, out loud.
That was the greatest, man.
Thanks, homie.
That,
Thanks, man.
this is gonna be the greatest. This is gonna be the greatest show. Another level of idol here, boy. You, my friend, are so talented. I am so inspired. That was the greatest, man.
Thanks, homie.
That.
Thanks, man.
This is gonna be the greatest. This is gonna be the greatest show. Another level of idol here, boy. You, my friend, are so talented. I am so inspired.
Thanks.
I just want to hear a piano song just because I want to hear him play the piano. Is that okay?
I haven't played in a minute, but I'll...
You want to try it?
Yeah, try
Okay,
it.
I'll go for it. This guy is unfreaking believable.
You know, the craziest thing, too. I don't know how many of you guys were or are Lionel Richie fans, but, you know, here he started with the Commodores. Then he goes on to do his own, you know, single, and just one of the legends in the game. But what just shocked me about this, and I was pretty young when it happened, but he had so much clout in the industry that if you ever go back and watch We Are the World, that whole, I guess, that whole setup was orchestrated by him. You had Michael Jackson, Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, Billy Idol, I believe. You had so many of the stars that actually got up, took their time, sang We Are the World for Ethiopia during the time where, I'm sure it's still like that now, I don't know, but, you know, for food relief. And, you know, here he's telling you how inspired he is, how much he wants to hear you play the piano. I mean, that right there in itself is just mind-boggling to me, that this legend would do that. And, yeah, I mean, I remember the first time I had seen this, even I was like, damn. You know, he goes up there and gives him a hug, tells him how inspired he is. You know what? If your biggest idol, whether it be music or movies, just whatever, your biggest idol tells you something like that, I mean, that is a lot to take in. And that would just, I don't know if it's added pressure or what. I know on his second audition, you know, when they were saying, you know, get ready for when Alejandro sang Sorry, which, truth be told, wasn't his best. He saved himself with the guitar at the end. But, I mean, the catalyst being Lionel Richie, and then you see the other judges kind of hop on board. I mean, Luke Bryan was already in amazement, and, you know, I told him there he could do no wrong in his eyes. So that's just, to me, that's, not a lot of people have that.
Thanks.
I just want to hear a piano song just because I want to hear him play the piano. Is that okay?
I haven't played in a minute, but I'll...
You want to try it?
Yeah, try
Okay,
it.
I'll go for it. This guy is unfreaking believable.
I don't know if you can relate to me. My body hurts every night she's away. I'm losing myself in her memories. She's drifting away with each step we take. So please don't go away. I'm begging you to stay. Be the center of my eye to recognize. It's up to you to choose, so I'll leave it up to you. Tonight, girl, I just want your body. Do you know? Every day I wanted something more. Oh, yeah. Tonight I'm gonna rock your night away.
Thank you very much, man. Unbelievable. You are no joke.
Thank
You are no kidding around.
I mean, I just feel like I'm in the presence of greatness. I've just never seen somebody do what you just did with a guitar. I mean, I'm in the presence of greatness. I have nothing to tell you other than I am so glad you are here.
Oh, please.
I've just never seen anything like that. It has totally rocked my world. It was like watching my favorite movie
That's very
that I
true.
did not
Very
want to
nice.
end.
Very true.
It was like the first time I saw Forrest Gump. I didn't want it to end.
Yeah, I know.
Alejandro, do you think you're the next American Idol?
I don't know. There's a lot of good singers, and there's a lot of amazing talent.
Why do you think you're special?
I don't really think I'm special. I think I'm just hardworking.
What kind of artist do you want to be like? Who's your hero?
Trent Reznor, Chopin, and Bach.
So I think I had mentioned I used to be 330 pounds and played football. And because of that, I got to go to a private school. And it was predominantly Caucasian. My brother was Caucasian. You know, no problem with that. I always had kind of went to inner city schools until, you know, there's a certain point that, you know, my mom started making good money and this and that. But they let me attend this prep school. So as long as I played football for them. And I had no idea who Trent Reznor or Nine Inch Nails was, who Korn was, who a lot of these, you know, names now. And so when I remember my friends always jamming out to Nine Inch Nails, and I just really couldn't get it. I couldn't grasp onto it. And even though rock, alternate rock is my genre of music, I just, for some reason, it just didn't resonate with me. So when he said that, I'm like, what does he incorporate that's like similar to Trent Reznor? And then I found out, the more I started doing reaction videos to him and his other songs that weren't on American Idol, and I could see why now he would say Trent Reznor. And of course, you know, the piano, you know, his idols for the piano. I mean, they're great. But yeah, I remember first time hearing this, I was like, Trent Reznor?
Okay, Alejandro, I think you're the winner.
Thanks.
I think you're really special. I think you're an absolute genius.
Thank you.
I don't even want to see anybody after him.
We're the lucky ones. We're the lucky ones because the universe chose this time to bring you in front of America. You have such a career. And the fact that you don't know it makes it even more special.
Still gives me goosebumps.
There's nothing like you, my friend.
I will not sleep until I watch him perform again.
I know.
Stay humble.
Let's do it.
You're going to Hollywood, my friend. Come pick this up.
Fan of y'all for a while. That's a good. No, you see you in Hollywood. You see you in Hollywood.
See you in H-Word.
Yo, I see that through the glass. Come here, man. Congratulations, bro.
Did you all see that, or was that just my imagination? Did you all witness that? I don't know what that was, but that was a religious experience.
You didn't sleep last night, then maybe you should take a little rest. Let the homies know about the golden ticket. Hey, nice to meet you, brother. Congratulations, Alejandro. I like that smile. Show him that smile. Look at that smile. Thanks, man.
Y'all, that is overwhelmingly amazing.
Wow.
That's the best thing I've ever witnessed.
Everybody's a no.
That's exactly right.
Everyone else is a no.
Where are you going?
See you, buddy.
Yeah, this ticket's great. It makes me feel really happy.